escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Hey, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Monday, June 16th. We've got the NBA Finals on tap tonight as our main coverage here on a light Monday card. That makes it all worthwhile. We do have some Major League Baseball as well, college baseball, and soccer from the United States, right? With the two series kind of going on here in the U.S., right? In soccer with, of course, the CONCACAF Gold Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. Saw it get underway there this weekend. We had some games, about 3 more today. So thank you for joining me here on the show. We'll find some things to talk about here on Monday. There are things to talk about, right, on a Monday, including our recap of yesterday and some other news that went on and some big news coming up today. So let's talk about it here with the show. I want to thank everyone for coming in early, and we'll talk a few things before we preview the games. I guess, hey, you know what? The news is just as important as the games. It comes here on this Monday. Say hello right now real quick and then get started. Andrew K. there. Hello, nice to see you. He says, there it is. They don't ruin the news, Andrew. Don't ruin the news. Everybody knows now, right? It's been 664 days since Shohei Ohtani last pitched as a starting pitcher. And, well, tough luck, Padres. You've got to face the man tonight. We'll talk about that. And Oldie, hello. Nice to see you today. Hey, let's talk that Ohtani start, but let's talk about some of the other action from this weekend, including the U.S. Open at Oakmont on Monday. Rain, wind, high rough, deep bunkers, no pars here, no under pars except for one man. As a fatal Sunday for the top 6. They all started to slip after the weather halted play, and it got real rough, if you know what I mean there, but a spectacular 9 on the backside in the rain by former San Diego State superstar J.J. Spawn after that awful start, including 5 fives in a row, banging it off the pin, and it bounces all the way off nearly the green. Just a disastrous start. But with the birdies on 18, the 64-foot putt up and down after the birdie on 17 for the first win major of his career. J.J. Spawn, the former Mountain West Conference Player of the Year, an All-American at San Diego State, was able to get the second win of his career, and it was a big one at the U.S. Open yesterday. On the 13th hole, the final day, no players were below par. 5 tied at the lead at 1 over, but hey, it was Spawn that came through with the great back 9 to roar back into contention and get the win. Burns faltered badly with 2 doubles and a couple bogeys in 5 holes to finish with a 78. Adam Scott couldn't find it either with his missed putts. Scotty Scheffler never got going. Bobby Mack had his chance, had the eagle, 3 birdies, shot 68, was a favorite there to win for a few moments until Spawn hit that incredible drive to set up an eagle opportunity, finish with a birdie on the hole, and it was a great tournament for JJ Spawn of Los Angeles, winning the United States Open. Great job. There were some other sports we could talk about before we get going here. Yesterday, Canadian Grand Prix, George Russell led from start to finish. He outran Verstappen at the start and pulled away. Of course, big story was crash of McLaren teammates there racing for third place. Norris rear-ended Piastri there in the battle, damaging his car, and Piastri finished fourth, but he still retains the points lead there. And Antonelli, another good performance for the young man, third place for the podium, and Hamilton was sixth. NASCAR, Van Gisbergen with the win in Mexico there this weekend. All right. Also, the United States finished with a win at the CONCACAF Gold Cup. We made fun of them. They won 5-0. They've never lost, I don't think, in the opening round of the Gold Cup. So, also Mexico won over the weekend as well. And there's more matches today at the Gold Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. All right, a big trade in baseball yesterday with Ralph Devers hit that home run for Boston, and then he got shipped off to the Giants in a big trade in Major League Baseball yesterday. Devers, 4-for-1 deal, probably not the best deal in the world for the Giants, but they get Devers from Boston, the maligned player, but Hicks and Harrison are heading to Boston for now, and Jose Bello and another minor leaguer. Giants will take on all $312 million Devers' contract. Remember, he was upset at the move from third base to DH, refused to move to first base despite a bad injury, right, to Casas. But also, we saw a trade in the NBA with the Grizzlies dealing Desmond Bane to the Magic for KCP, Cole Anthony, and 4 first-round picks. Can't look like a very good trade there, but made the move there to acquire the player that gives them the more immediate impact. The deal give the Magic a 3-point shooter and to go with Banchero and Bogner. And will today be the day that Kevin Durant gets traded to the Spurs or the Rockets? Which team will he, screw up, right? They'll trade him one of those teams, and he'll become an immediate burden on the team and probably take a young team down with him there. So we'll see what happens today there. All right, recap some of the action as well here from a Sunday in Major League Baseball. After I say hello to a few more here, including Robert McCormick here today. And Nuke is here, and he says, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Hey, today we're going to have VB MMA picks. Get you ready for this weekend's action. UFC Azerbaijan. We'll preview the main event there with Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree as part of our coverage at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific here on the Sports Money Network. UFC Azerbaijan preview today. All right. Talk about some of the games from yesterday, find some winners here with me. Yeah, hey, I thought we had a pretty strong day after a slow start. We did have the Reds to get us going there with Wade Miley to get us started there. Wasn't all about Miley, of course. It was a high-scoring game. Ellie De La Cruz, a home run, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. The Reds upset Detroit. We had the Reds on the run line as our winner. Yes, here on the show. We also had a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks yesterday with Miami and Washington game to go under in a low-scoring game. Dane Myers, home run in that one. Also had a winner with the Red Sox on the run line over the Yankees on Nasty Nate's big trip to Fenway on Father's Day. We had Boston here as our pick. They're on the run line over the Yankees, but they got it done. Devers hit the home run.
Critical notice.
And hopefully you're catching my coverage over there at cover the spread every day on a show, and we did have the under as our pick on the show yesterday with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Also, we had the Phillies here on the show yesterday as our pick as they beat Toronto Castellanos with that grand slam. We also had Tampa Bay over the New York Mets. We took Tampa yesterday, remember? And they got it done over the Mets. Caminero, 3-run home run. We also had the over in that game as our premium pick, and that came home as well. We had Milwaukee over St. Louis. Yeah, they got it done there with Yelich, the home run. And we said Priester would have a pretty good day, and he did. We had the winner there. We also went with the under as a premium pick in that game between the Cardinals and the Brewers for another winner there. Also, winners here yesterday, right, with the Athletics in Kansas City first five. Yes, no, what was our play? Under was our play there yesterday with the Athletics in Kansas City, and we had that winner there in that one as the Royals lost to the A's. Nick Kurtz home run in that one. We had a winner here as well yesterday on the show with the White Sox and Rangers game to go under with Savali and Rocker in that one. Rocker 5 shutout innings for the young player. White Sox did get the money for us as a premium pick on the run line in that game. Also had the winner there over on Cover the Spread yesterday with Seattle in the game against Cleveland, but we also took them here on the show in the first five, and they got it done pretty easy. Crawford with that grand slam in that one. WNBA action, we had a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks with the Chicago Sky. I had the Sky in that win over Connecticut. They pretty much bossed them around there in the second half, and the Sky pulled away for a pretty convincing victory over, let's just say it, the league's worst team right now, the Connecticut Sun. We also brought home a winner here on the show yesterday with Atlanta and Washington game to go under yesterday, and that one is Atlanta crushed Washington. Also had a winner here on the show with Phoenix and Las Vegas game to go under. Pretty convincing there yesterday, and hopefully you're catching my WNBA show every day that there are games anyway over there on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. We did have the Phoenix Mercury as our pick, although Phoenix went off as a favorite. Remember, there was some confusion by me in that one. I didn't see the shift in odds coming. It mainly was a push, I think, for the most part. So better just leave it at that. A College World Series continue to really look pretty strong here right now. We're winning them pretty much every game, side and total. It feels like right now. We had Louisville yesterday in that massive comeback, 8-3 over Arizona. And we had a premium pick winner on the over in that game as well, and we're still riding a little bit with Coastal to, I don't know, win the whole thing there yesterday, so or in the tournament. All right, I guess that's a look at some of the action here over Sunday. So look, we don't have a lot of time with you here. Just want to talk and say a few things before we get into the show, because before you know it, it's going to be over today with our short card. But we can get into it as we get ready for the game tonight between Oklahoma City and Indiana. Series tied at 2 apiece. We head into game 5 tonight. Let's get ready to roll with previews here right now. And Andrew says Coastal keeps winning. AOD is here today. Cash Kane joins us as well. And Andrew says he was excited with Angel Reese's first career triple-double there in that game. The one thing you could say about Reese, for all the criticism, maybe in that game, she looked about as good as she had all season, and showed that she is a top player, I think, in the WNBA. A very good player in the WNBA with that performance yesterday. That's what I thought. Okay, we can put it aside now and get ready to go with the action here. Just looking at some of the tennis notes here. Arnaldi is withdrawn. We did have him as an overnight pick, but that's not going to work out as he would withdraws. I think they brought in a O'Connell as a lucky loser in here. So, all right. And we're underway in action in tennis actually right now. We already brought you one winner home on this card today as we're underway in some grass court action. We had Daniel Evans over Tiafoe in a convincing victory here with action overnight, although we did go down as I think Medvedev put one over on Altmaier there for sure. So we're trying to bring home some tennis winners for you. You can get my plays over there at winnable.com/Ramon. Check me out over at winnable.com. And there you can get my best plays for today, including Major League Baseball. You've got action here in the College World Series as well. And those soccer plays will be a light day, but you can grab more content over at winnable.com/Ramon. Check me out over there today. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off of all premium pick packages. All right. Hey, my Nibbler is here. He's talking to a guy named Raymond. He said, be nice if you actually cap the games. Fans don't care for Nasty Nate's on the Red Sox. Many people disregard the plays and lose track anyways. Support your nut, and your obsession is annoying. Thank you, my Nibbler. What a guy. Appreciate that. I can't even read that. Okay. Terrell's here today. Goops as well. And my Nibbler says they are good caps, but let's just hear them on the show today. All right. Thank you, Nibba. All right. Let's get to those previews because my Nibbler can't wait to get started. And hey, it's all about him out here today. So let's check it out and get ready to go with the show. Because I'm out of things to talk about, actually. Let's go right to it. The Pacers and the Thunder. Oh, well, what's wrong here? I'm stuck. There we go. All right, we're off to a great start here today. I want to thank everyone for joining me here on the show and also take a look at our community leaderboard and see who's off to a great start here supporting the channel and supporting the show here this morning. We don't have to talk much when it comes to the matchup here between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. We've already seen, 5 games from the two. What more do we need to know? Are there any personnel changes? Anybody out of this game? Not really. So everything kind of stays the same except for the fact that we're tied at 2 apiece here between the Pacers and the Thunder today. Thank you to Community Leaderboard, AOD, Terrell, Andrew K, Robert McCormick, Nuke Worker, Nasty Nate, Old E in there, Cliff Floyd, Cash Kane, and Goops are on there. My Nibbler did not make the Community Leaderboard. All right, let's talk Thunder and OKC and Indiana. Indiana trailing here by 9.5 points and 224 as we roll back here to Oklahoma City today. And the Thunder, hey, look, they're expected to win this game. They're back in control of the series right now, heavily favored actually now to win the NBA Finals. After some ups and downs, some wins and losses on the road and at home. But right now, it's the Thunder minus 480, maybe even $5 to win it all. And that's a little bit more expensive than the actual money line in today's game at 410, 420 or so. Total here, 224.5. In this one with Pacers and the Thunder following game number 4. We saw 111 to 104 as the Thunder came back late and got the win and the cover, interestingly enough, right, for the Pacers here. Look, they had a chance not only to win, but at least get the money, and it didn't happen. Oklahoma City showed through and got not only that, but the cover on the road. So what'll happen today when they're favored here again by 9.5? Look, when we saw the matchup here in OKC in the first two games, remember they were favored by 10 in game number 1, lost by a point. Game number 2, they were favored by 11.5 and won by 16. Kind of the same thing happened then, right? When they went to Indiana. Indiana got the convincing win in game number 3, and then the Thunder got it in game 4. Now, if you look at the pattern, right, this would say that this is the Pacers game to kind of surge or have the better game if they are indeed going back and forth, if you will. But we're down to a 3-game series right now. So let's see what the chat has here in this one. You can still kind of look at the trends a little bit as Indiana's won 12 of 17. The Thunder have gone 7-1 straight up in their last 8 games at home, but covering the spread maybe has been a little bit of a different issue. Still, Indiana has failed to cover in for the last 6 games overall against the Thunder, the two being the two losses here in the series there. But Indiana's gone under in 6 of their last 9. Oklahoma City's gone under in 4 of their last 5. Is that really the way it's going to go today after being back here in Oklahoma City? I would think after, let's just say it, a couple of unders, right, that it would go the other way here. If the Thunder are going to feel more comfortable at home, I think they should be able to get a pretty strong number here in this one. Could they get 120 points or more? I think they can definitely get up there into the high 115 to 120 range, but I like the Pacers kind of to keep pace with them a little bit here. Look, I think it could be good games for Nembhard, for Turner in his matchup. He's been inconsistent. I know I keep going to the well a little bit with Turner, maybe a little bit too much, really, after his disappointing game in the last performance. I think Jalen Williams here will be the man to look at for the Thunder here in this one after his strong game, 27 points, 7 rebounds in the last game. But, man, I think the Pacers are playing okay defensively. They're kind of forcing the Thunder into playing a different tempo at times where they need to kind of switch it up. You look at SGA, look, his numbers have been pretty awesome for sure, but have they been a disappointment over his expectation? I think in the last 2 games, I think that is a fair assessment. I think anybody who plays fantasy, I don't anymore, but unfortunately, but nonetheless, maybe he has been a slight disappointment to what his expectations here. And for Chet, he continues to perform pretty well. Another double-double in Friday's game. So he's been strong. I'm going to the chat here to get your picks. I know what I'm going to do here with the game. Let's see here. We've got Terrell talking about Chicago. Cliff Floyd, hello. Really nice to see Cliff in the chat today. Awesome. And Nuke says he doesn't think the Thunder can pull away and win this one by double digits. It's kind of strange, right, Nuke? This is the NBA Finals, and a team is favored to win by double digits. Man, the Thunder are just so much better than every basketball team in the world to be favored by the 10 points over the second best team right now in basketball, if you want to look at it that way. Thunder for Goops. Thunder for 9 Legacy. The Truth. Nice to see the Truth in here today. Plus 9.5. Good to have you there, Truth. Good to see you. Nuke says whoever wins this will be in charge of the series. Terrell has it as a complete domination here for OKC and a massive under here for Terrell. He likes it 112 to 98. Man, that is a big time under there for Terrell. And 9 Legacy says it's a ridiculous question to say that SGA is still the best player. He showed it again in the last game, and that his numbers here have been just fine. He's definitely ended up short on his props, though, right, in the last 2 games. They're not in points, but just 3 rebounds in the last game and no assists in the last game as well. And before that, 24 points there. Maybe not what they were expecting. 8 rebounds, talking about the previous game, but he's going to be the MVP in the series for sure with if Oklahoma City wins. Chill Will is on the Pacers here in this one. All right, that's going to do it, I think, for the chat. I'm going to take the Indiana Pacers here to cover the spread. If they don't, man, they might get blown out here in this one. All right, giving you guys another moment to chime in here, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Pacers plus the points. I do think that while these NBA games can result in some blowouts here, I'm going to go ahead and take the Indiana Pacers. All right, Nine Legacy says that, right, 24 points and you had a subpar game. He said that's crazy to think about that, right? Come out and dominate like that and not get your point total. But yeah, we saw him get 34 in game 2. We saw him get 38 in game 1. So the 24 was a one-off there. But remember, they also lost that game 116 to 107. So I'm sure he'll be back in form tonight. Has potential to get a 10-point victory here, but I'm going to go ahead and take these Pacers. I don't think I've been off of them all series. I think I've been all Pacers so far. So, that's resulted in a 2-2 record for me here against the spread. But when you get all these points in the games, I just can't pass it up. It's supposed to be a great game between the 2 best teams here, but 9.5 just seems too much in any basketball game. That should be a championship basketball game. To me, I would think if a team wins by double digits in the NBA Finals, that's a stunner. So I just still can't wrap my head around such a large spread, really, when these 2 teams are put together. Okay, I guess that's it from you guys. Appreciate it. No more comments. We'll move to baseball. We don't have very muddy games, so just looking to chat away with you guys. Let's go to the baseball tonight.
Final.
And RBA just got a win here over Nino Borges in 3 sets. I'm going to go 2-1 overnight with my high roller premiums over at Tony's Picks. I did have also Marazan over Kekmanoff, and I did lose with Kostyuk against Emma Navarro as Navarro got the win. All right, let's go to it here now with the Phillies taking on the Marlins with Nick Bell pitching up here against Sandy Alcantara. Red hot Sandy Alcantara finally came through in a game, here today. Oops. Pardon me, gang. Let me get this going here for our action here today with Abel coming in with a 2.35 ERA and just 3 starts so far, but he's looked good for sure. The young talent. Sandy Alcantara has whittled his ERA down to 7.14. Even one good start isn't going to help Sandy at this point. He's got a 1.5 whip. 258 batting average against and a 288 BABIP for a Bell, 1.1 whip, 241 batting average against and a 268 BABIP coming into this one. Marlins come in 13 games under 500. The Phillies come in 13 games over 500 here as we get this series on Monday. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here in this one with the Phillies and the Marlins. A little bit of a mismatch here, but the price is reasonable with Sandy on the mound. It feels like it's almost a typo. The Phillies are so much better than these Marlins right now. Now, maybe, the the Marlins did take the widely reported steam overnight to kind of keep this
System play.
price down, but I'm going to have a hard time convincing anybody that the Marlins are the right side at this price. Is it a tarp here? Let's go to the chat. I think this is going to be overwhelming Philly at this price. Doesn't it seem like it? Now, Miami has won 4 of their last 5. They are playing with a little bit of momentum, but the Phillies won 4 straight here over the weekend, sweeping Toronto in impressive fashion at home, outscoring them 22-6 in that series right now. For the Marlins, they did look pretty good as well with their sweep of Washington on the road, so a lot of momentum. However, Miami's lost 7 of their last 8 games at home. Miami's gone under in 4 of their last 5. They've also gone under in 6 of their last 7 games at home. 5 straight meetings between Philadelphia and Miami have actually gone over, and 6 of the last 7 meetings here in Miami have actually gone over between these two teams. Now, the Phillies have won 5 of their last 6. They've also gone 14-7 in their last 20 games on the road. It was better than that, but they've actually lost 5 straight on the road. They were on a wild run of road games there for quite a while, but they've gone over in 5, like I said, over in 5 straight in this series. Let's go to the chat here with Philadelphia and Miami here today in Miami. Let's go to the chat. All right, then, let's see here. We've got Andrew's talking college baseball today. Hello to Truth Teller. Nice to see you. And 9 Legacy says, man, there was a lot of sweepage this week. Yeah, that is strange, isn't it? So many sweeps. We talked about it. Goops is going over
Final.
here. Truth Teller had Botafogo. I had Botafogo. Hopefully you guys came home with me on a little bit of action there last night. I had Saudi Arabia over Haiti. We got lucky there with the Ticos over Suriname. And we also had winner there with Botafogo over Seattle as our premium picks. So hopefully you're checking those out. Philadelphia run line for 9 Legacy. Oldie's not sure there. Truth Teller says it does feel trappish with a low price, right? You got clearly a better team here in Philadelphia. Yeah, you got a rookie pitcher going up against, let's just call Sandy what he is, still kind of a great player. We don't know what's going on. Well, can he fix it? Terrell says, Kikuchi no Gucci today, yesterday there. Yeah, that one I couldn't. I had a pretty good day, but that one I lost. And Old E says, why isn't Philly at least $1.35 or something here in this one? Philly's run line for Nuke. Andrew is on Miami. Robert's on the Marlins here for 5. So obviously there's a lot of some public support here for the Marlins as they had a pretty good series. But Cash Cane, Phillies. Oldie Miami team total there. And Spoon says Phillies money line. I think Spoon just say, how do you pass up on a price like this? It feels like, right? Especially with, look, we hopefully Sandy's got it together, right? Hopefully he'll get it rolling here a little bit. Maybe that wasn't the fluke start is that Sandy pitched well because he's pitched so poorly this season. So could it be, right, that maybe just the price is adjusted because Sandy looked good last time? Maybe he is getting it rolling here a little bit. And give credit to the Marlins. They did play pretty decent in that last game. So All right, I'll make my call here in this one. I'm uh, in the game here. And man, I'm still going to take the under. I think here in this one between Philadelphia. Yeah, I'll give me the under here with Philadelphia and Miami with uh, Nick Abel and Sandy Alcantara in this one. All right, let's see here. Cash Game says you got Harper still uh, out of the series here right now with his injury. I think he is eligible to come off here by the end of this series, right? I think either tomorrow or maybe it's Wednesday, so not quite ready yet. Spoons is a McAbell kind of guy, and maybe Sandy could use some rest. Although there was a definitely reason for optimism, I guess, last time. Cash Kane says they still should have the power to get it done. All right, I'll go under here in this one at 8.5. All right. Next up, the Rockies here on the road taking on Washington with Palmquist going here in this one up against Urban for the Nationals. And you have the Nationals going to be a favorite here, obviously. But hey, what are they? You got the Rockies coming in here, one of the hottest teams in all of baseball right now. They've won 2 of their last 4. Well, I say it half jokingly because the Nationals are struggling here all of a sudden with a pretty lengthy losing streak once again. A little bit of a misstep here, and now you got them as a $2 favorite in the game. So what gives? Now, Colorado, they've lost 15 of their last 20 on the road. They've lost 7 of 9. I get it here right now, but Washington's lost 8 in a row and 5 straight at home. Washington's gone under in 9 of their last 11 overall. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. But come on, Palmquist, I'll tell you what, I'd probably be on some of his pitching props today. I know he's got that blazing sevens ERA here, 7.77. Does anybody play the classic blazing sevens slot machine? He's got a 1.8 whip, 310 BABIP. Don't look at the stats. I like Palmquist in this game here today. Of course, I'm taking the Rockies on the run line here against Washington. Irvin's got a 4.21 ERA, 243 batting average against, and a 256 BABIP. Palmquist is 0-4. They've lost every game with Palmquist. I can't sell you on Palmquist, but I know that I'm going to be on his props here a little bit today. Yeah, it's a short card. Maybe we're taking a couple chances. Maybe we're getting the right price on some of Palmquist's numbers here. I would think that he could be set up for maybe his best start in start number 6. He's gone, interestingly enough, under in 4 of his 5 starts. Now that would indicate, no run support, and the Rockies are scoring just 3.4 runs per game. But at even money or so here in this one with the Rockies, actually, oh man, it's minus $1.30. That's not great, but I think I'm stuck now. I'm taking the Rockies here on the run line today against Washington. I am. I really am. Let's see if you guys have anything in the chat on this game today. Short show. I might take some chances here. Look at me. Look at me. All right. Nats have been trouble with the offense. They've scored 3 runs or fewer in 11 of their last 13. Cash Kane says, doesn't bother me. I'm going with the Nationals. Scoop says the Rockies will cover. And Cash Kane says, this is a desperation moment. Is it for him or for the Nationals? I mean, Nationals. Andrew with me, he's taking the Rockies on the run line here. I apologize. It's $1.35. I didn't realize. What's $1.35? Nationals minus 3.5 for 9 legacies. Got him as one of the best teams in baseball here, it looks like. Cash Kane says that they take care of guys with the big numbers there. Terrell says Colorado first 5, first 3. Money line, take them. Terrell's with me on Colorado. Cash Kane's on the Nationals. Nine Legacy says they brought up minor league bat. I'm going to take the Colorado Rockies today, but I'll take them on the run line. All right, here's the Angels taking on the Yankees today with Soriano going up against Schmidt. For Soriano here, 3.86 ERA. Angels are 5-9 with Soriano on the mound. He's got a 1.5 whip and a 332 BABIP. Not great numbers here, but that wasn't too bad for the Sharps. Why the imported steam did come in here on the Angels in this one. Still going to be, mostly around 200. It's under 200 at most shops here. 200 or under, total 8.5 under at minus 120 here. In this one, the Angels, they actually have had some okay results over the last few years when heading into New York, but right now the Angels have lost 6 of their last 8 against the Yankees. They've actually lost 7 of their last 10 here in New York, but Yankees have won 10 of their last 14 at home. 14 of the last 20 between these two teams have gone under. I think I'm going to go with some runs here today in this one, despite the fact that the Yankees have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. I'm going to take the over in this game between the Yankees and the Angels here today. But man, I kind of want to take the Angels here at this price again. Let's go to the chat, see what you got. Got Goops going under here. 9 Legacy says Yankees run line. Cash Kane says Yankees run line. Take the over. Take Judge to hit a home run today. And let's see here. What was the news? There it is. Okay, so Giancarlo Stanton, he is moving closer to his appearance here for the Yankees. It's very close. It's possible that, I believe it's possible that Stanton could make the lineup maybe even today. His current status is questionable for the game. So that's just great news. Doesn't matter if he makes it or not, but Stanton close to getting back into the Yankees lineup here. I don't know if it'll really affect the line today. It'll probably go up a 5 or 10 cents if he is announced in the lineup. It of course, does make a big difference. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to Giancarlo Stanton, you get even a glimmer of his abilities will improve this lineup. But it'll take some time probably for a guy like Stanton to get loose. Andrews on Schmidt over on his K's. He's going to grab the Angels here, plus a 1.5. So good news there for Stanton here, possibly moving closer to his return for the Yankees. I'm going to take the over in this game with the Yankees and the Angels here today. I think both teams come in after a pretty bad series, right? We just saw the Yankees get swept by the Red Sox, and we saw the Angels lose 3 straight at Baltimore. So a little bit of a tough spell there here, but Angels are 23-16 to the over on the road, and they're 33-22 to the over as an underdog. So I'm going to go over here in this one with the Yankees. Look, the series they played in Anaheim was all unders, right? I mean, I think they scored 12 runs in 3 games. But last year they did have a couple of higher scoring games when they came in. I mentioned the Angels, right, that 3-7 record here, but they did win the last 2 games of the series last August, 8-2 and 9-4 here as they kind of stunned the Yankees. So, all right. Nasty Nate says he had a Devers RBI prop that he won. He's listening to the post-game show, and they found out he's driving home. They traded Devers. So, hey, you know what? If he wasn't happy, that's fine. Like I said, I think the Red Sox, look, the Giants paid the price to get Devers when it came. Kind of funny, right? That you have to deal so much to get him, a player who maybe was looking to get out of there and then could have came in and lowballed him a little bit. Didn't feel like it. Felt like the Red Sox got the best of that one. Hey, I just brought home another winner with Clara Towson over Burrell in tennis today. So hopefully you're on with me right now. Looks like I'm kind of on a roll here on the grass courts this week. After going 4-1-1. So coming back again here today with a pretty strong tennis card today. Okay, let's move on. We only got a few games, man, and I'm trying to find something to talk about. Orioles and Rays here with Zach Eflin up against Ryan Pepio. You got Pepio $1.20 here, maybe $1.15, 8.5 over 20. Let's adjust that. A little bit of a move to the under here in this one with the Orioles and the Rays here today. For Zach Eflin, he comes in here with a 4.08 ERA, 1.09 whip, 260 batting average against. For Pepio, 3.31 the ERA. He's got a 1.13 whip, 230 batting average against, and a 259 BABIP. Pretty good numbers for these guys. Pretty okay numbers. Here, Baltimore, 10 games under 500. The Rays, there's 7 games over 500, but both teams come in with those sweeps, obviously. Baltimore over the Angels. For Tampa Bay, it was a road sweep at the Mets. So it really, looks like there, no doubt about it. It's been all about a hot streak here for the Rays as they went in and beat up on the Mets this weekend, outscoring them 24-9 here on the road. So just awful series there for the Mets. You don't want to lose a series like that, but it was all about the Rays and their sweep here. Pepio, 4-10 to the under in Pepio's starts, even though they are 5-9 with him on the mound. For Tampa Bay, they've won 9 of their last 12. They've won 6 of their last 7 games at home coming in. Baltimore's won 11 of the last 15 between these two teams, and Baltimore has won 4 of their last 5, including that winning streak. Baltimore's gone under in 11 of their last 15. They've gone under in 7 of their last 8 on the road between these two. So let's see what you've got here. Baltimore taking on Tampa Bay here at Steinbrenner Field. Let's go to the chat here right now. It's going to be over for Goops or the Rays. Rays first 5 for Cash Kane. Andrew K. There. Andrew is, it's just such a. I'm not saying and I want to say Andrew's name. Collage. I want to say. But Andrew, are you and Alex related? The other baseball writer there? I always wondered about that. Nine Legacy says Baltimore on the money line. I think I butchered that. That is a tough one, Andrew, but you're a great supporter, Andrew K. I know that we just call him Andrew K. Collages. All right, maybe he'll give me a pronunciation guide. I just say Andrew K, but I was wondering if Alex K is a relative of yours. Okay, because you're such a great baseball capper as well. Terrell's got my pronunciation guide. Oldie says Rays -1 on the ticket. Looks like rain possibly down there. And move to the under here. I'm going to go under with Baltimore and the Rays here today. Give me the under. Oldie says we got rain every day. All right. I guess that's it for that one. Not much from you guys there, but we did have some split action. Let's go to the next one here right now and take a look at the Red Sox after the win yesterday, after the sweep. And got to go all the way across the country to take on the Seattle Mariners. That's going to make it a little bit rough here, the longest of trips, and then have to play a game here. No day off despite the 3,000-mile trip. Red Sox, Giolito. Seattle here right now in this one with Gilbert on the mound. For the Red Sox here, they come in with Giolito 5.45, ERA 1.53 whip, 333 BABIP. Giolito really hasn't found his way, but he is 2-1 right now in those 8 starts, and they're 5-3 with Giolito on the mound. For Gilbert here, 2.37 ERA in this one, 791 whip, real solid, man. 1.64 batting average against just 6 starts for Gilbert so far. Seattle's $1.75 or higher. Here in this one, the widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game at 7.5. It's down to 7 here right now in this one with Giolito and Gilbert. But let's see what you got here, man. This one's going low here all of a sudden, huh? Boston's gone under in 5 straight games, but 11 of the last 16 meetings between these two have gone over. 13 of the last 18 between the two, and Seattle have gone over, but that is a 6-year sample size. Seattle's gone under in 5 of their last 7 at home. Coming in, Boston on that winning streak here, 5 in a row. Seattle's lost 8 of their last 12, actually, coming in. So here we go. Jerry is on the over in this one. Nasty Nate's got the Red Sox to smash here. And let's see here. Seattle here, 9 legacy. Says Seattle, money line and over. Andrew's got Mariner back on this one here. We got Mariners and Gilbert over. And he says, no, he's not really just unique to baseball fans. I mean, it's not a totally uncommon name there. Let's see here. The Red Sox team total. Trevor on the over here, and Robert likes Seattle. First 5 and lay it. All right. A little bit of a tough trip here, but still, I don't know, a little bit of a big number here. Yeah, Boston having trouble cracking the 500 barrier, but they've done it now with this winning streak here. Andrew K says Arkansas now 4.5 and 11.5 as this one's been rising here. Maybe some runs. Kind of interesting though, right? I mean, I'd say the unders are still coming through in Omaha right now. It's tough to get on any overs. It feels like at the College World Series, but the move has been on the over. I tried an over and got burned. And I said, what did I say here at the beginning? I mean, it's Omaha, and it's going to be under for the most part. So it wasn't a great pick there maybe for me. I don't know. All right, I'm going to let's see here. I'm going to probably look at Boston here on the run line at plus 1.5, minus 140. I'm going to try the Red Sox to hang in there. A little bit rough, I think, cross-country trip after a winning streak here, but two hot teams are going to be meeting here tonight. 9 Legacy says Astros run line, Dodgers first 5 money line, and over. Trying to wipe the sleep out of my eyes here. Today was a good day, a good sleep for Ramon, finally. Okay, let's go on here with the you got the Astros taking on the Athletics here. You got McCullers going for the Astros. You got, I think, J.P. Sears. I don't know if we're totally sold on the pitching situation right now. It does feel a little bit sketchy here at this point. In fact, I got to take a little bit of a deeper dive with the Athletics here today and see if this is indeed going to be the case with J.P. Sears here, because it does feel like the Athletics are having a little bit of problems right now figuring out what's going to happen. But I think it will be Sears. A chance they could push him back a day and go with a bullpen game here. It's either today or tomorrow. I believe is going to have to be a bullpen game. I don't think the Athletics just yet. You look at their uh, injury. There could be a little bit of a move here, but the problem was Gunnar Hoagland has gone to the disabled list. He'll have hip surgery. So this is throwing the Athletics pitching situation into a quandary right now, as if it wasn't already, right? But we're going to have to see, if anything, who could what the plans will be. It feels like here for the Athletics in this series with that bummer news that Hoagland, a young pitcher who looked pretty good. I mean, he got to be one of the top guys in their organization, right, as far as up and coming pitchers, and he's going to be sidelined here with that hip injury. I mean, that's got to be a pretty serious deal. So right now you do have some books are still going to have this game off the board, it looks like, but I'm looking at $1.60 possibly here for the Astros and the total 10 over 15. Like I said, a couple books are still not quite up to speed on this game, maybe awaiting that news of what's going to happen here for the Athletics today. Houston has won 5 straight games coming in. Another, right? Talk about the sweeps. That's what it was. Houston comes in here off of a sweep. The Athletics come in here off of a sweep. They swept Kansas City on the road. They allowed just 6 runs to the Royals. I know the Royals can't hit, but come on, the A's don't have a lot of great pitching. Houston swept Minnesota impressively at home, and they held Minnesota to 6 runs in that series. But hey, you know where we're at? We're in Sacramento, so the runs should come back, shouldn't they? Houston has gone under in 5 of their last 7. They've gone under in 8 of their last 11 on the road, but 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Athletics have lost 9 of 13 at home to Houston, although that was in Oakland. Athletics are just 5 and 14 in their last 19 games here in this park. Houston's on a 5-game winning streak, and they've won 11 of the last 16 games against the Athletics. So an interesting series, I guess, is about all I can say about it. And let's see what you guys do in this one. We're back in Oakland. Could we be going over? Let's see what you got. All right. Nothing from the chat. Nobody likes this game. All right. Well, I guess I got to make a call here with this one. Astros and Athletics here today. A's, all of a sudden, they got a little bit of life in them here, it feels like. Like I said, a little bit tough here with this series and how it's going to play. I'm taking the Athletics here plus a 1.5 tonight at minus $1.20. Give me the A's here against Houston on the run line. Here comes a couple. Robert's going to take Houston, though, on the road. Jerry's got Astros and under in this one. Hey, I like McCullers a little bit, but and again, we just don't know about Sears here. Let me see here. I want to just see if I can piece it together a little bit in this one and see what we could end up with here. Yeah, I don't think Spence is going to be ready to go. It's got to be Sears unless he gets pushed back for a bullpen game. And I would imagine if it ends up being a bullpen game here, you're going to see, Beto possibly. Beto could possibly start this game if it's not Sears here. If they go to the bullpen game, then you're looking probably at Beto, at Grant Holman, I would imagine. Sean Newcomb also, don't forget, I think could have an appearance as well. So, all right, I guess that's it for that one. Let's move on to the last one. It's a big one, right, with the Padres taking on the Dodgers here, and that's not a typo. That's an Ohtani. So really appreciate Ohtani getting, he is superhuman, right? I mean, look, this timetable, I don't know, is it 6 months earlier than expected? Even the generous timetable of after the All-Star break was like, wow, that'd be amazing if Ohtani, who hasn't pitched in 660 days in a major league game, can be ready and come back. Well, he's been here all along, right, with the bat. And, oh, man, wouldn't it be amazing if he could come through and be a superstar pitcher now, like he is here today? He's up against Dylan Cease, who, well, he's not doing as well as the Padres would like, but still 4.28 ERA and a 3.30 BABIP. Cease hasn't been very good. He's 2-5, but the Padres are 8-6, really here. So with Cease on the mound, let's go to the numbers in this big series tonight. And Ohtani, the big news of the day, other than the NBA Finals, but Padres have lost 4 of their last 5 against the Dodgers. Dodgers are 5-2 in their last 7 games overall. They come in here only $1.60. I say here, but man, Padres on the run line. I wish it wasn't so pricey at minus $1.60 here. I want to see Ohtani. Maybe he will come in and mow him down. I kind of like the price on the Padres. Actually, I want to take the Padres here and say, let me see one first, Ohtani. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Dodgers have gone over in 14 of their last 20 games right now at home. Dodgers are 24-12 to the over at home. They're 35-23 to the over as a favorite. Padres are 11-22 to the under as an underdog. Padres have gone under in 5 of their last 7 on the road, and they've lost 4 of their last 6. A little bit of a tailspin here. They lost the series to Arizona, but they pounded them yesterday 8-2 to snap a 3-game losing streak. Dodgers won the series over the Giants with a 5-4 win there yesterday. Best game of the series there last night on Sunday Night Baseball. So let's see here. And let's see there. A few more plays. Andrew said A's on the run line. Maybe Trevor went over. I don't know if it was this one or that one. Nuke says Spears is going there for. Thank you, Nuke. Good job. Jerry says, can Ohtani also take his at-bats? He could, but I don't think he will, all right? I don't think that's how it works. Andrew on the Dodgers here. Nuke's on the Padres. He wants to see one as well. And Spoon says, look, this is going to be it does feel like, right, they're going to get him out there. Says Ohtani's an opener, basically, here, and agreed. I think what they were saying, right, was, yeah, maybe just could be 2, though. Could be 2. Could it be 3 innings? But it is not a lengthy session at all, or a lengthy start. I think they've made that. I don't know if they've just said it in so many words, but all right. Jerry says the Dodgers will smack them here, and Spoons likes it to go over. I'm taking my Padres. Come on, I'm taking Padres in this one. Cascade says he'll take Ohtani for a strikeout and hit a homer. Yeah, I don't think he will be hitting. Okay, I'm going to take the Padres if you don't mind. I'm going to take the Padres here today, just on the price, $1.35 or so here, right? In this one, yeah. And the total 9 under 15. I see the overs there in the chat, but man, come on. All right, man. I didn't want to end the show, but that's it, man. That's it for our previews and our show here. Oh, let's go to the college baseball, shall we? And take a look at the matchups today between Arkansas State and Murray State. Let me get the baseball odds up here a little bit. All right. Arkansas and Murray State in this one. And yeah, we've seen a little bit of a move here with Arkansas now up to a 4.5 run favorite. $5. Man, I know it's Arkansas. everybody says this Murray State team has just been incredible this year, haven't they? But boy, is it really going to be this outrageous like this? Are we really going to get some offense finally in this one? Man, Murray State's been a big time, I don't know about if you call them Cinderellas here or what. I got to take 4.5 runs. Murray State's been fun. Now Arkansas is looking great here, but I'm going to take Murray State. And man, that total up to 11.5, and we're not seeing a ton of runs here for sure. One thing Murray State is going to win, it looks like, is the Jello shot contest. They're in front, I believe. Last I saw, there is a Twitter account for the Rocco's Jello shot contest if you really want to keep up on it. But I'm going to take Murray State plus 4.5. I think we're overlooking this Murray State team. Yeah, it's SEC. I guess there's every chance for a blowout here, but now that it's up to $5, I'm going to take Murray State at least on the run line here at plus 4.5. And man, 11.5 here on the total. Come on. All right. Anybody playing college baseball today? And let's see here. Spoon says they're not going to, put many props up for Ohtani because of the. I agree with you. It's going to be hard there, Spoons, right? Nuke says, how about the college ball? Jerry likes maybe Murray here in this one. And maybe even money line because the Hogs, right? How do they end up in this game? That's what he's saying. All right. And Andrew, Murray, and the over here. It's going to be hard for me to get on. I tried an over as a high roller premium over there at Tony's, and I was like, why did I, the handicap was over for me. And look, the steam came in on the over in this game, but we're just really not seeing it in Omaha, really. There's been some runs, right? But it just seems like in this stadium, even in the years past, you just kind of gravitate towards the under time and time again. It's a big ballpark. All right, let's go to the next one after that. And then that one's at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific with UCLA taking on LSU here. And another one where you got LSU now. I am on a future on LSU now. I'm on Coastal to win, but I did play LSU back to win the national championship in the super regionals after all of my other teams that I bet to win the College World Series, even back to Texas A&M. Remember back in April, all my first 4 futures went down, and I ended up with LSU in a futures play. But I've got Coastal to win this tournament now, and I picked them. I bet them. So LSU, they might be a little bit of a hedge, but it would only clean up the mess that I made with some futures plays here. But if Coastal won, that'd be pretty good. Anyway, I'm taking UCLA in this one plus 2.5 runs here against LSU today. All right, SEC, big-time favorites here, I guess, huh? And Andrew says he's going over in the he took over in that other game, I think is what he said. So I'm going to take UCLA here in this one. All right, look, I'm going to save the soccer a little bit for maybe some premiums. It's a short card, so I'm looking for some plays here today, but just want to review the soccer card today in the FIFA Club World Cup. It will be Chelsea taking on LAFC. How about that for a matchup, huh? With Chelsea, a big 2-goal favorite over LAFC, but we'll see. It's going to be a little bit bigger of a game than for LAFC than it is for Chelsea. Still, Chelsea's going to be a big favorite, but like I said, and I've been on a few shows where people have said, hey, how about the FIFA Club World Cup? What do you think about it? You got all these great club teams, the teams just don't take it seriously. Chelsea's not having their all, there are some other things going on in the world for some of these players.
Final.
So it does become a little bit of a tougher, game for a team like Chelsea against LAFC, where they'll be a little more into it. Boca Juniors is going to take on Benfica, and another interesting game here. Benfica favored by a goal over Boca Juniors, but a little bit of regional. I don't want to say coming all the way up from South America, but uh, interesting game there. And Flamengo will take on Esperance tonight in the nightcap. The best game is first, I guess, today at the FIFA Club World Cup. Also, CONCACAF Gold Cup tonight at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Guadalupe takes on Panama. Panama favored by a goal, followed by a decent game for sure, Guatemala and Jamaica. But Jamaica's been playing well. Jamaica's favored by half a goal over Guatemala at the CONCACAF Gold Cup. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Wish I had more for you. But hey, you want to pick up some plays? I did score with some of my soccer action yesterday, so why not join me here? I had Saudi Arabia yesterday. I had Costa Rica, so I'll have some premium plays in soccer today. We also had Botafogo last night, so check it out over at winnable.com. 50 cents a day gets you some more picks from me. This is how you support me on the channel. Really, it's just a matter of paying for the labor, I guess. The picks are just about free when you go to winnable.com/Ramon. Thank you to the community leaderboard today. Andrew K., you won the community leaderboard. AOD, Truth Teller. He's the truth teller, and I'm the truth seller. And Spoons was 4th. Terrell was 5th. Nasty Nate 6th. Johnny 9 Legacy 7th. Cash Kane 8th. Robert McCormick 9th. And Nuke Worker 10th. So, thank you, everybody, for joining me here. Have a great day. Don't forget, join me at today at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific for VB MMA Picks. We'll have preview of the UFC card from Azerbaijan this week. We'll even preview the Sadikov fight, because he's Azerbaijani. But we'll preview the main event, light heavyweights, Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree here. So, all right. Hey, we got to have a little fun here on the show, right? Here. And we're going to go right now to a little bit of breaking news to wrap up the show with a little bit of fun. Thank you, Truth. Great to see you. Let's have some. Let's do a little breaking news, huh? All right. Some breaking news in time for summer. Joey Chestnut has been reinstated and will be returning to the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest. It's not finalized yet, but all the writing's on the wall. The parties are saying that it's going to be Joey Chestnut back to the Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating contest here. Just starting to come through a little bit. I think we all knew it was coming, but I think they're starting to do an official release here right now. Chestnut will be back at the hot dog eating. Now, if we could just get Kobayashi there, Kobayashi, he's all washed up. He's eating ice cream eating contest, so he's doomed. All right, thanks, Tex. Thanks, everybody. Be back tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget, join me today, VB MMA Picks at 6 Eastern 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Join Mikey Money also today at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific for pre-gaming. Mikey gets you ready for the prime time action. And don't forget also to get your ribeyes in. I gave up. I didn't get my pick in. I mean, what a loser I am. I forgot to put my pick in. Yes, you can't win if you don't play. So I was already 1 for 7 or something like that. So, what a disappointment. I blew it there. Maybe I'll put one in today just because I should. But don't forget to put your ribeyes in. Everybody's still alive there in the ribeye contest. Boy, I should try to get the standings. Mikey will have it for you. We got a short card today, and I'm going to get out of here. All right, for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.